The Catholic Church is very vast. There's about as many different spiritualities in the Catholic Church as there are denominations of Protestants, except that with the denominations of Protestants, they're all pretty much the same, whereas in the Catholic Church, there's all something slightly different. So there's different virtues you can practice, there's different religious orders that dedicate to different things, like the Franciscans dedicate to poverty, Mother Teresa's order dedicates to taking care of the poor, the Dominicans dedicate to study. And then we have different groups within the Catholic Church that have different spiritualities. St. Louis de Montfort's True Devotion to Mary is there. There's a bunch of others, hard to list them all. And it's kind of a beautiful opportunity that we can have the extraordinary form of the Mass preserved, so that we can have this option of you can go to a Mass in a language that you understand, or you can go to a Mass the way it's always been celebrated, whatever moves your spirituality more. So oftentimes the people that go to the Latin Mass and oftentimes the people that go to the New Mass are usually split. They really don't like talking to each other, and they kind of think that the people that go to the Latin Mass is only because they hate everybody else. And the Latin Mass people think that the people that go to the New Mass are not serious about their faith. But in the end, there are a bunch of people who it drives them nuts sitting in a church when they don't understand what's going on. And they can't pray like that. So they need to be able to have something in their language to be able to understand what's going on. On the other hand, there's a bunch of people who like to, who can't pray when there's distractions, and they can't pray when it feels like entertainment, or they really can't pray even when it's in their own language. They prefer to have it in the extraordinary form, and they see the reverence, they see the glory given to God, they see the beautiful vestments, the beautiful appointments of the altar, and so on, and that increases their devotion and their desire to give God glory. And so it moves them spiritually to try harder in their faith, to become as holy as they can. Simply because if you see all this grandeur at the altar and you compare it to your own soul, you see, okay, well, my soul's pretty messed up. I need to start cleaning out my soul, making it look nicer in the presence of God. So it really is a help to their spiritual lives to be able to attend this Mass and to get to understand it and really appropriate it, make it their own. So as a church in the whole, I believe that the extraordinary form is here to stay. I believe that it's an opportunity for all Catholics to be able to have this option to help them in their spiritual lives. Some may come all the time, some may come some of the time, some might not come at all, but to have the option available really is crucial and important. On another level, the fact that this Mass has been handed down from the beginning of the Church until now in different forms, it would be a tragedy to lose this. It would be a tragedy for this to be not available for the next generation. And so we need to pass it on as we also have received it, like St. Paul says. It's really a central jewel of the Catholic faith. And as that central jewel of the Catholic faith, it's not just something nice like a piece of art or something that we want to pass on to the next generation. It's really something essential that the Church would be really missing something if it didn't have it. So it's an honor and also an obligation to be able to preserve this and pass it on to the next generation.